Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to have a little bit of a chat about some new special art rares. They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. I am absolutely in love. Of course, we know now. We didn't know this last time. We now know that our equivalent of VSTAR Universe in Japan is going to be Crown Zenith. So we know all of this now, ladies and gentlemen. We know all of this, and life is good. But we're going to start off today talking about these special art rares, because, oh my goodness, these special art rares are absolutely beyond amazing. Now, of course, we had previously seen the Mewtwo V-Star and the Charizard V-Star that are clearly two halves of the same artwork, or at least two different perspectives of the same fight, I should say. And remember, the Charizard is already out in English. It was in the Charizard Ultra Premium collection. But now and we'd also seen the Hisuian Zoroark and the Hisuian Samurott. But now we've seen a bunch of Pokemon V, and we've seen some supporters as well. And these are awesome. We got some new artists as well. Shout out to lovely Joe from Cerebi.net, who has told me about which ones are new artists, and I will try and make clear as we go through. So, starting off then, we got a bunch of dogs, and our dogs are actually beasts. And let's start off with Suicune, because oh my word, the art on this Suicune is beyond amazing. Now, this is from Furusawa, who is not a new artist. We've seen them before. And what we've got here is just an alternate art of Suicune V. And remember, there was quite a while where Suicune was like a proper job top tier deck. I think those days are gone. We played it with Lucario to beef up the amount of damage it was doing, and then we smashed. In the Evolving Skies format, this was really very, very good. I do think it's fair to say that this is not the same as it was in terms of playability, which is a little bit sad, I grant you, but come on, ladies and gentlemen, this is still absolutely stunning. There's no guarantee, I should say, that these cards will be in Crown Zenith, but we know there is the Gala Gallery, or the Galarian Gallery. It's kind of got to be in that, right? It's got to be. So this is an absolutely stunning card, and I am delighted. But obviously we've got the other two as well. We have got ourselves an Entei here by Nagishi, who is not a new artist as well. It's an existing artist. And just the art here is absolutely stunning. When we saw this set, I told you, I called it like the best set ever. And needless to say, I had a bunch of people accusing me of hyperbole and blah, blah, blah. And I don't really care, honestly. But because it's not. There is a legitimate chance that this has the best artwork of like any set we've ever seen, because this is what all these secret rares are doing. It's stunning. Obviously, it's been on the screen for a little while, but this is the Entei that came around in Brilliant Stars for us. I believe it was in the 100 start decks over in Japan, and it's actually the same as Suicune. I mean, sure, it's a fire type, not a water type, and it's weak to water, not lightning. And the attack takes fire energy, not water energy. But outside of that, it's like the same card. And then we've got the exact same thing going on here as well with Ryko. Now here we've got amazing art from Nagamiso. I do hope I'm pronouncing these at least vaguely all right. And this again, now there's no real background here, but it's the Flash. This is Ryko being the Flash, and I'm sorry, that is exactly what this is. Again, we've got the same attack, same ability, etc. Lets you draw a card if you're in the active spot. Does 20 damage plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon, yours and your opponent's for 2 energy. This is just an absolutely stunning card, and I love this, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love this, and if I may be so bold as to suggest, I rather think you should probably love this too. This is just great. Absolutely great. So we've got the 3 beasts from Gen 2, and they're absolutely stunning, but they are not the only ones we've seen. One that I find very interesting here is Luminion. Now, this is drawn by Jerky, who, according to the lovely Joe, and I have no reason to doubt this, is a new artist we've not yet seen before in the Pokemon TCG. We got a lovely debut artist. And also, right, shout out to the Chinchou and Lantern just kind of peeking out there. I played Lantern at my first ever national championships and I had a wonderful time. But my point I'm trying to make here is that this is a stunning card, right? We all know that Luminion is an amazing card because it's one of those where, you know, you play it from your hand to your bench and then you go and get a supporter card. It's really good, sees a huge amount of play. It's great. However, we've already seen a special art of Luminion. And this is what I find really interesting about this, because now we've got the question of, well, hang on a second, which do we prefer? And actually, as a side note, because we've got the full art as well, we've now got a playset of fancy versions of this, which I do enjoy very much. And weirdly enough, I've never opened a regular Luminion, but I have opened up both a full art and a special art. I still think I prefer the special art from Brilliant Stars, although it is pretty close. They're both absolutely stunning cards, but I do always find it kind of interesting when we've got two different, like, special art versions of the same card. So they're the Pokemon V that have gone and been revealed today. We got 4 of them. We've got the Legendary Beasts, the Legendary Trio, not dogs, and we've got Luminion, but then we've got supporter cards. And look, we're starting off with Cynthia, because, oh my word, the artwork on this is absolutely stunning. It's by Atsuya Uki, who is apparently a new artist, and if this is the level of art they are bringing to the Pokemon trading card game, I might have a new artist for which I need to build a collection. This is just beyond stunning. I am absolutely flat out in love with this artwork. And the thing is, it's Cynthia's ambition. So we're not talking about like, oh, you know, that's card. No. This is an amazing card, which is going to see a huge amount of play because it already does. And I'm not saying it to staple in every deck, all right? Not making that claim, not trying to pretend that that's true. A lot of decks out there can get along just fine without Cynthia's ambition. Absolutely am saying, however, that this is an absolutely great card that sees a bunch of play. Draw until you've got 5 cards in your hand. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, draw until you've got 8 cards in your hand. And just, yes. And interestingly enough, this is another one where we have had a full art version of this card. There was a full art Cynthia's Ambition that came around in Brilliant Stars. This one is not one where I find myself trying to decide which is the better version of the card. With all due respect to the full art and the lovely art from Megumi Mizutani, no. This new version of this card is just wow, basically. And there's a reason I looked at this one first. This, I don't know if it's my favourite full art supporter, but it might be my favourite full art supporter artwork-wise that I've seen. It is absolutely amazing. Now, Roxanne gets a lovely special art rare here, or super art rare, whatever it actually is. Now, this one is drawn by Aoki, who is an existing artist. This is one we've seen before. And again, this is Roxanne. And it's an amazing card. And this one is a one-of in a lot of decks right now. Because this is the one whereby if your opponent's got 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, you both shuffle your hand into your deck. You draw 6 cards and they only draw 2. It's a really good comeback card. But it's just Roxanne chilling in the museum. And I absolutely adore this. You got the Pokemon fossils around. And again, with no disrespect meant to the original full art and the amazing art we saw on there, this is just better. Everything about this makes me super duper happy. Now, we do have Gardenia's Vigor, and this is an odd one to me. Because it's by Yuriyuki Ikigami, another new artist, and I think it's fair to say a phenomenal artist. I don't know personally for me, and it is very much just a personal thing, I don't know personally for me how much I like this card, but I do intend playing around with Gardenia's Vigor in a bunch of decks in the not too distant future. So, yeah. I kind of might want to play this. Now, again, this is another card where we've already had a full art. This one, I struggle to make a decision here. I know there are going to be a bunch of people that are absolutely in love with this new version of Gardenia's Vigor. I can see how great it is, but I'm not sure for me personally how much I love it. But then you've got all the hidden Pokemon, and I want to collect this set so badly. I don't know how many boxes I'm going to be able to get of this set from Japan. This is already proving to be an awkward set to try and get from Japan. But man, I want this so badly. Oh yeah, and there's also Raihan. We've got Ghidorah here, not a new artist. We've seen Ghidorah a bunch. But it's just another example of absolutely stunning artwork. Again, I think this is so much better than the existing one from Evolving Skies. And again, no disrespect to Kirasaki here, who is an amazing artist and did an amazing piece of artwork for Evolving Skies. But I think we can all agree that this is just, like, everything we're seeing here is just next level. It's not that the versions we had before weren't good, and we've had full arts of all of these supporters. It's that the new versions of these are just a cut above and are absolutely stunning. And this probably isn't the end. We're probably going to be more of these. And if these 4 we've seen today are anything to go by, this is... I mean, in terms of full art supporters, this is the best we've ever seen. And I feel super confident saying that. Looking at the 4 we've already seen, it's never been this good in terms of full art supporters. And I, for one, am absolutely psyched. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to know how psyched you are. I want to know how excited you are. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord and chat with us and hopefully just generally have an awful lot of fun. Oh yeah, and get shout-outs like the lovely MattDS1993, who is a very lovely person, and has been a supporter of ours for a little while now. So thank you for the support, and thank you for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.